Welcome to this video on installing Suricata 2.0. My name is Victor Julian and I'm the lead developer of Suricata. Today I will show you how to install Suricata. I will show you how to install Suricata 2.0 on Debian Wheezy. I will be using AF-packet as a capture method. We are in a work directory, and in this work directory there is already the Suricata 2.0 tar.gz file. So first let's extract it, and that's done by tar zxvf suricata 2.0 tar.gz. It will run the or it will extract the file, and there will be another directory in our work directory. So this is Suricata 2.0. If you're unfamiliar with all these types of files, don't worry. The only thing we really need right now is configure. So we do /configure, and then we enter the installation prefix, which means that we're entering the directory where we will install Suricata. So in this case I'm choosing opt suricata, which means that the binary Suricata file will be in opt suricata /bin, and then it will be called Suricata. Our configuration will be in also in opt suricata, but then in its own etc directory. So we will go like this. So we have opt suricata etc, and then our default logging directory will be just normal var log suricata. You can choose whatever you want, but since I want var log suricata, just var is enough here. So let's run this. It checks a lot of things. Most of the things are not interesting unless you get error messages, but in this case there won't be any. Okay, it completed, which means that it shows you a small summary where it will tell you what is actually supported and what not. In this case, AF-packet is supported, which is a high-speed packet capture method. Unix socket is enabled, which is fairly advanced. libjanson support is enabled, which means we can use our new JSON log, and we can confirm that our the directories we gave at prefix, sysconfdir, and local state dir are actually correct. If we're happy, let's just make. So this is a dual core system. I'm making -J2. It's almost complete. There we go. So now we can actually install Suricata, and you can just do make install, and you need to be super user, otherwise you won't be able to modify the system. So you can just do make install, and it will set up Suricata in opt suricata. But in this case we're going to do make install full, and this option will actually also download the latest rules from emerging threads, and it will set up a basic configuration so that you can actually use Suricata in a meaningful way right away. So it does the installation, and you can see that it right now is downloading Suricata 2.0 emerging rules, and there we go, it's ready. For my test I'm going to use the AF-packet capture method because it's generally faster and easier to configure it to high speeds than the regular pcap method. First I'm going to make sure I get a root shell, because this is required to start Suricata. It is possible to later drop privileges, but that's outside of the scope of this video. So let's try to start Suricata for the first time. So first we enter the binary location, which is in this case in opt Suricata bin. Then we need to pass it the location of our configuration file, which is in the same root directory, and then at etc Suricata. And then we use the AF packet option with our interface. So let's go. It first tells the version. Currently it's loading the rules, which takes a few seconds, and then it started up. So the most important thing here is that it did start up, but it also showed us a warning. This warning is related to offloading features of your network card, and while they are generally beneficial for normal operations, for an IDS this is usually not very useful, or even worse, it might hamper our operations. So what we'll start doing now is try to disable these features. To modify the offloading settings, there is a command called ethtool, and you can use it to modify and view the offloading settings and configure all kinds of things of your network card. So the ethtool-k and then your interface name will show what offloading features are in use currently. So as you can see, we have a number of things that are on, and in general it's best to disable all the options, and especially options like generic segmentation offload and generic receive offload. To disable certain features, you enter the ethtool command with a capital K as the option, the interface, and then you can give a list of options you want to disable. The exact names of each of these options are sometimes confusing, and you will have to refer to your manual page to actually find the exact options. So let's execute this. So it completed. It tells you which settings were actually changed, and we can now view the actual status again. So let's start running Suricata, and I've switched to multiple tabs so you can easily see what I'm doing. So it's starting up, should take a few seconds. So the test I'm going to do is I'm going to make a request to a special website called testmyids.com. This is a very simple website that is just designed to generate a single alert on your IDS. To show you this test, I'm going to switch to a new tab like I did now, and I will go to the var log Suricata directory. And in this directory there are several log files that are relevant. We have eve.json, we have fast log, we have http log, we have stats, and we have this unified to alert. In this case we're only interested in fast log and http log because those are human readable, while Eve is in JSON, which is sort of human readable, and unified 2 is a binary format, which we don't care about right now. To actually start following these log files, we're going to use the tail command with the -f option, and we will just enter the two files we care about. Both are empty right now, so now we're ready for testing the IDS with the testmyids website. So I'm switching to the third tab, and the command is already here, wget testmyids.com. It's really that simple. So it will make the request, and it has now downloaded the file. And when we switch back to the second tab, we can see that the HTTP log showed our HTTP request. So this is the host name, this is the requested URL, that's just a /. We have the user agent, which is wget, and my IP address and the IP address of the website. More interestingly, what we were caring about was the actual alert. Does the IDS work? Well, it seems it did, because we have an alert, which is this line. Just a quick rundown of what this alert actually tells us. Well, it has a date and timestamp. It has a signature ID, which is unique for every rule. It has a description, which is meant for you as an administrator to try to understand what's going on. It has a classification, which in this case is, well, it's potentially bad traffic. It has a priority, and then some information about the actual traffic. So this is TCP, this is the server IP address, server port, and this is our client's IP address and client port. This concludes this short video on Suricata's installation. For more information about Suricata, please visit the Suricata website at suricata-ids.org. If you need assistance with your Suricata installation or have any other question, please join the mailing list. The user-oriented mailing list is at OASF users, and the URL is on the slide here. If you're interested in my work, please check out my blog or follow me on Twitter. Thank you.